It's Friday, which means it's time for... All right, first up, leftist activists storming and swarming Capitol Hill this week, launching a harassment campaign against public officials. They took it from the restaurant right into the U.S. Senate. So will the announcement of the Kavanaugh FBI probe embolden them? To tell us all about it, we're joined by New York Times bestselling author, forthcoming Will Wilder, The Amulet of Power. Can I make any more comments about you? Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo.
This is called an introduction.
This is called it's not about your whole resume, just your Friday flowers.
Okay, let's talk about these protests that have been swarming Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
We've seen it in restaurants, in movie theaters. This week, Capitol Hill offices were filled with protesters. Poor Lindsey Graham. He was outrunning the mob. This looked like something out of one of those Frankenstein movies, you know, where the villagers, look, they're yelling and screaming at him with signs, poking him.
Torches.
This was the scene all over the Capitol.
Paid protesters.
But this built to the moment today when Jeff Flake, who was always on the fence about whether he was going to vote Kavanaugh out of committee, was cornered in an elevator today. You showed it earlier. We're going to let people hear it. This is that moment that Flake claims caused his change of heart. Watch.
You are allowing someone who is unwilling to take responsibility for his own actions to sit in the higher court of the country and to have the role of repairing the harm that has been done in this country to many people.
I was sexually assaulted and nobody believed me. I didn't tell anyone, and you're telling all women that they don't matter. That's what you're telling all of these women. That's what you're telling me right now. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
The insistence, the anger, the harassment of public officials. I worry about this. Do you think this is staged? Might have been staged to justify the change of heart?
Look at me! Look at me! I'm sorry, but first of all, who's his staff?
Yeah, well, where's the Capitol Police?
Where's the Capitol Police? Why is this allowed to happen? If you did that to one of those women, they would be screaming harassment.
Well,
they don't like it, and first of all, if you're someone who is sexually assaulted, that's a horrible, terrible thing. But that does therefore not mean that every person who is accused of sexual harassment is guilty.
Well,
the logic class doesn't seem to have been attended by these people.
By giving into this horde, you are going to unleash another Antifa-like swarm, and this will continue. What are we teaching kids? Throw a temper tantrum, you get what you want.
Use the F-bomb.
It's a bad message.
Use the F-bomb and follow people.
Speaking of